Alright, moving on to the Nilfgaards, right? So some of these cards, they have been changed since the streamers have revealed them. And I just want to talk a little bit about some of the changes and what this final form would be like. Right? It's pretty much confirmed. I'm not so sure how much changes it will do. Right. Zarthisius. Okay, look at the top 3 cards from in your opponent's deck. You may move one to the bottom of that deck. So vanilla 12 strength. This is 8 strength. So you're sacrificing that 4 gold strength. Alright. So basically you're just moving 1 card to the bottom of that deck. I mean, before it's looking at 2, but now you look at 3. But that's not gonna make too much of a difference, I think. But moving 1, I mean, does make a difference. But I mean, what if you use it round 2, right? I mean, it's not like they're gonna draw so many cards. Obviously, they can use like deep spies or something to draw like. Yeah, I guess what I'm trying to say. Okay, it's better, 3 cards compared to 1, but. Yeah, I just don't see how an 8 strength, gold card, and all you do is move 1 to the bottom of that deck. I don't think that's good enough, guys. I don't think that's good. Interesting card, but I think it's not enough, to make it to, my deck. Alright, let's move on. Albridge. See, Albridge is pretty good. Especially for Emir decks. If possible, draw a card, then your opponent draws a card and reveals it. So we both draw a card, but the difference being that, okay, say, the difference is that they reveal theirs. Right? First, you can see it, and also revealing a card synergizes well with our, a reveal deck, right? Other cards could get buffed, or receive like an extra, play an instance of like, the card or something. So it's just a lot of, I think this for a reveal deck, this is gonna be good. Okay, it's just gonna be good. You have to stick with the theme you're going with. I think that this one's good. If I'm making an Emir deck, this guy's going in for sure. Alright, so now we have Ambassador. Add 10 strength to a random non-gold unit on your side of the battlefield. Okay, so now this is no longer so OP, right? This is just an 8 strength. Not so good. Obviously, if you're playing like the leader John Caveat, right? Then you might use this, right? Because you can recall all the ambassadors back, right? So every time you do that, that's a 4-point swing, right? They lose 2, you gain 2. So unless you're using that leader, I don't see myself playing this. This is not a deck thinning card either, so it's just like, eh. Before it was OP though, it was add 12 strength to a random non-gold unit. I would play that. Good thing that they toned it down. Combat Engineers. I think this is a pretty good. This is basically like Adrenaline Rush, right? Plus 3 strength, right? So it's like Adrenaline Rush plus 3 strength. So that is always pretty good. I think this card might be played, especially if you're playing these large units and you want to make them, stay for the next round. I think it could be played in certain decks, but right now we don't have, we don't really know what kind of deck we want. We will know by Monday, right? But I'm gonna test this one out. Okay, Emir. Okay, I think we all know this one. Reveal 2 random cards. Before I was thinking to reveal 2 random cards would not be so good, but now I think it's pretty good, right? Revealing 2 random cards and it synergizes so well with other cards. Can't really remember the names of those cards, but it does synergize very well. Okay, we saw those in the streamers, you know, the gameplay videos, we know. Right now, Emissary. Play the top bronze unit in your deck. Okay, this is deck thinning. Okay, that part is good. But all you do is play a bronze unit. Right? Before it was play a non-gold unit. So you could pull a silver, so that was worth it. But now it's play a bronze unit. I think you can play this if you're playing John Caveat, right? This leader. But if you don't play that leader, I don't think you should play this card. Yeah, not so good. Fake series, so I don't think much has changed. I think she could be alright. Very interesting card, right? So, basically you get her back, right? But I'm not so sure about the power level, right? I don't know, but she could have some interesting plays, right? Some of the, but I don't know. No matter how you look at it, it's only gain 1 strength, you know, at the start of each turn. So you do need, you know, to play very deep for this to even get to the vanilla 10 strength. Not so sure about this one, guys. Not so sure. John Caveat. Okay, that's pretty good. I believe before it was moved all opposing spy, you know, back to your side, but now it's only moved 3. So the power level is definitely not, you know, as high as before. But I think this is still pretty good. I think if you can, you know, take back around 7 strength worth, so 7 strength worth of spies, right? You take them back. So that is 14 strength swing. So I think that's, you know, if you can get 7 strength worth, it's pretty good already. Alright, now Lethal. Lethal is definitely very interesting, you know. There's some units that have very strong effects, and you can just use Lethal to banish the units, okay? Obviously, the sheer value is the same. Actually, it's 1 plus whatever value. It becomes gold strength. Even if you don't use Becker's Twisted Mirror, I think this still can be kind of a good card. You know, to assassinate, say they have, you know, like, for instance, like Trebuchet or something. Okay, something with the constant effect, right? You want to destroy that, use Lethal, right? It's a very interesting card. And you know, sometimes, or like you're winning a lot, you want to make sure you take the round, right? You might want to use this on your roll, you know, to make a high strength gold unit. You know, I like it when you have options, right? You're scared of like a weather, a scorch. All you have to do is that. So I think this could be a very interesting card, that's for sure. Morven Voris. Okay, play a disloyal unit from your deck. I think it's alright. It's not the best of cards. Sometimes it's just like a bronze card, right? I don't think you have that many, you know, silver disloyal units, even for Nilfgaard. So I'm not so sure. I think Bruvahook is still better than this card. Just my opinion, right? Now, Nilfgaard Brigade. Okay, removes 4 strength from spying non-gold unit on either side of a battlefield. If unit was destroyed, gain 4 base strength. Okay, so this is definitely a spy-related deck. I'm probably not gonna play this kind of deck. Feels a little bit, you know, clunky, if you will, right? But you still value, right? So 4 strength, you, even if you don't hit a spy, you hit something else, right? That's well, you have to hit a spy. That's a problem. So I'm like, man, I'm not so sure about that. But if you hit like 2 strength spy, right? And what do you get? You get you get a lot of value, right? Even if you hit a 2 strength spy, so it's 4 plus 2 plus 4, so it's 10 strength. Still pretty good. Stefan Skeleton got buffed. Now it's a 9 strength. I think this could be a very good card. I mean, it's not stronger than vanilla 12 strength or anything. But you get to, okay, you want to win first round. Okay? Ideally, I think you want to win the first round. And then the second round, you play this card. You make sure you get, you know, the last round, you get the card you want. Okay. So it's like a setup card. It's sort of like Francisca. Okay, so I think this is gonna see play. But I think a lot of people think this is, you know, I don't think this is too powerful. Well, it depends. I mean, if I think Nilfgaard is very good at thinning, so that's why I don't think this is that powerful. Okay. Tibor. So Tibor has not been changed. And if your opponent has not passed, you gain 15 strength. Okay, the opponent draws a card and reveals it. Sounds very OP. But I don't know, you do give them a card though. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm not so sure about this card. It's really hard to say. A lot of people are saying this is very powerful. Certainly very interesting, okay? But one card to do 22 strength, I mean, but you do give them one card as well, so they have to have 2 cards to do 22 strength, right? I don't know, man. I'm not so sure if this is good. And they get a card advantage too. We'll see about this. Treason. Move an opposing spy non-go unit to your side, add 4 strength. I think it's a pretty interesting event card, but you have to run a very spy heavy deck for this to even work. I'm not so sure. I don't think it's worth gold slot. Although spies are usually pretty high value as well. We'll see about this one. But spies have been nerfed. Well, it's your own spies, right? So it doesn't really matter. I'm not so sure about this though. But you know what? It could be good. Pretty good. But I feel it's a little bit situational. Vatir the Riddle. Reveal up to 2 cards in your hand, and for each card thus revealed, reveal 1 random card in your opponent's hand. Again, this is very interesting, especially for a reveal deck. But I feel again the power level is not really there, so this is more like a setup card, you know, setup for the final round or something, right? You win the first round and use this to set up for the final round. Power level is not really there, but utility is, you know, very good. Reveal 2 cards, okay? Reveal 2 cards is like our leader card. So, but you do reveal your own hand too. That's fine. Revealing our own hand, it still synergizes with some of our other cards. I think I'll be playing this card. Village Fortes. A lot of people are saying, okay, this is not so good because it was nerfed. If your opponent passes, you may only target unit on your side. You have to know, if you target on your side, you draw and play a card. It doesn't say a silver or bronze or something, right? But it's any card, okay? So you can use Stefan Skeleton. You get the card you want, and you play this, and you get another card. And this is so good. You can just destroy your your like very low strength minion, right? Destroy your own, draw a card and play a card. Holy shit, I think this is still very good, right? How is this going to be bad? I don't know, man. And it has received a little bit of a buff too. So it's like a big Priscilla, if you will. sort of better and worse, right? Priscilla can draw 2 and choose 1, but for Village Vortex you can get a gold. Oh yeah. Alright, so that is the end of my video, and please see what you think. What do you think about the upcoming patch? What are the predictions? Let me know in the comment section.